Hello and welcome back to Alex Goes Sailing. The wind has picked up quite nicely. We're right in the sheltered bit, which is real nice, but we're getting the wind now. Looks like a couple of boats are gonna set off with their mainsails up, but it should be a nice, basically a beam, pretty much all the way, just down from a beam, hopefully. But yeah, about 15 knots of wind it says, so we'll have to see about that. We're gonna get going in about half an hour, I reckon. I've tidied the boat right up. Look at that, spick and spam inside. I'm gonna do a little boat tour, I think, and make that a separate episode. So you should go check that out, since I haven't actually done a full tour of this boat since it's pretty much been finished now. So yeah, I have to give it an overview and show you every nut and cranny. Right, the wind is properly filled in now. You can see it on the water, although we're in the la la land. Looks pretty good out there for some sailing. So turned everything on, got my sharp plotter turning on, and I'm just gonna hoist the main. Then I'm gonna pull up the anchor, and then we're gonna get out of here and then hoist the head sail. So it should be very nice. We're absolutely flying along. We're doing about 4 knots it looks like. We've got about 20 knots of wind, and the wind is just coming from there. So pretty much downwind, almost time for wing on wing, but I don't think so. Sea state, pretty decent. It's probably gonna build because it's only just filled in quite a bit. And this wind from today will probably make a bit of swell for tomorrow, for the race. And it's meant to be a little windier tomorrow, I think. So hopefully when we're coming out of the Needles, we don't get too much chop with the tide going out against the wind. So that's my only concern for tomorrow. But I mean, I don't know what the forecast says this wave height is, but this is definitely manageable. And I've been out in worse, like the time I went to the Isles of Scilly when we had 1.4 meter waves forecast, maybe a little bit more than that. And that was up into wind, and that was pretty sketch, but definitely a fun one. Pool's just over there. You can see old Harry over there where we've come from. We've got 2 boats following us. There's a massive fleet of about 50 boats over there, probably heading up for the Round the Island race into the Studland. Right, we're making great progress. The sun popped out. It might pop out a little more because it looks like the clouds are going away. Pretty decent sized seas, maybe a meter or something like that. We're just kind of surfing down them. I'm trying to keep the head sail open, keeping it just down from a beam so that we don't get overpowered, since it is 20 knots of wind and we've got full sails up. So we should be good. we're going to carry on down this way until we get in line with Christchurch, Moneyford, and then I'll probably go wing on wing for a bit, so we can go down the small channel and not go down past the Needles, because there's no point going out there. It's a faster route to go through the small channel. Also in about an hour we will have dead current, and then it should start helping us up to Cowes, which is good. Just had some absolutely massive dolphins pop up. I almost thought it was a killer whale when it popped up the first time. Hopefully I got them on camera. I did try to put it out quick, but who knows, you'll see. But we got Tiller Pilot going. He's working a little better now. I did a little bit of adjustments and she's liking it. So we're in pretty rough stuff. Downwind with some gusty winds, and we're holding a pretty decent course. We're just gonna miss the, whoa, look at that roll. Yeah, she's doing good. Look at that round up there, and she corrects. Now we're coming up to the shallows, so we've got to be a little bit careful, but we're going to the North Channel, and yeah, it shouldn't have any trouble. We're on a direct course for it, so, and the tide is switching now, literally, the arrows are turning, so yeah, by the time we get up there we should have loads of help getting up. There's the Needles over there, and there's Hurst Castle. We're just getting there now. The tide is now pulling with us, and only a little bit though. And we're doing about six and a half over ground, and about 6.8 through the water, but we're kind of surfing waves, so it's a bit inaccurate. The sea has died down a lot now that the current's going with the wind, which is nice. It's smoothened out quite a lot, even though we're on the shallows now. You would have thought it'd pick up a little bit, but no, it's gone pretty smooth. We are at Cowes now. The sun has come out a little bit and we've got a bit of blue sky. I'm doing about 6.5 knots at the minute. We're gonna go up onto a beam, over and down to Fishbourne to pick up my brother from the ferry. So that should be about right. It's what, almost 4 o'clock now. So not been going too long, so about 6 hours ish, maybe a little bit less. maybe 5.5 hours. But yeah, pretty good trip so far. It should be interesting picking up my brother from the ferry because there's a little pontoon, but the tide's low at the minute, so that might not work. So I might have to get the paddleboard out or something, but it'll be interesting nonetheless. Now that's one good looking boat, that. Would not like to keep that nice. It's a lot of wood to look after. Look at how beautiful that thing is. Absolutely stunning. There's a nice fancy looking Daz cat over there as well, so he stands no chance against me either. A lot of boats heading up to Cowes or around the area to get ready for the race, so that's quite cool. Yeah, should be a fun one. We're almost at Fishbourne now. You can see that red marker in the distance is Fishbourne entrance. I don't see his ferry popping out just yet, so I might not take it nice and slow by the time I get down there. Right, that's his ferry there. I've just dropped the mainsail, nice and easy. I left a bit of it in there because I might use it. It's a bit weird wind-wise because it's coming off the land, but should be an easy. Pull out the head sail and see if we can get up to Cowes. A little bit of current against us, maybe like half a knot or not, but should be quite easy. So there's a beach over here that I might be able to pick up my brother from. He might get a little wet, but I'll just have to find out. This is as far as we got in, so you'll either have to walk or have to pump up the paddleboard. But that is a hybrid energy ferry. That thing on the side there is a vacuum mooring thing, so it just comes up alongside and it just sucks the boat onto it. Very weird. Never seen that one before, but anywho. Right, I managed to get a bit closer, and here's Daniel. Cold?
It's actually warmer. It's not that bad.
No? Right, he's passing me his bag, which I meant to drop in the water. Right. Put that there, and then he'll do some monkey business. And he made it. My outboards are not happy that it's so far out of the water, but right, we're just coming up into Cowes now. Bit of wind on the nose. You can see the finish line there with that boat just going between now. That's the finished boat, and the big yellow buoy is the other end of it. So that's where we'll be finishing, and the start line is over there. So yeah, we're gonna head it in and up right down the end of the river and grab a pontoon. So we're doing about 3-4 knots. Shouldn't take us too long. Hopefully the ferry doesn't wallop us, but yeah, lovely. Poor little outboard, and I'm glad I got the tiller pilot. Right, just been into the Breeze restaurant. Come back, the boat's wet because it's rained, but we've managed to stay here for the night, which is pretty good. The kind chap up in the office said, yep, no one's coming in and out, so you might as well stay here for the night. Right, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Join me and Daniel in the next one for the 2022 Round the Island race. And let's see how we get on. See you next time. You must be blinded by the lights. We came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night. We bring the vibes here.